everyone, Chelsea Rittenauer here, your host for Music Talks. It's Wednesday night, and tonight is kind of a big deal because it's our first show at Bar None, and we're super excited about it. So, some shout outs before we begin. Misty Blackwell, the owner and the mastermind behind everything that goes on here at Bar None, our cameraman extraordinaire, Rick Fike. So, to kick everything off tonight, we have all the lonely people. Hello guys!
Hey!
Thanks so much for coming out tonight. I am super excited to talk to you and hear more music. You sounded amazing at soundcheck. So let's get to it, shall we?
Sure.
First things first, I want to know who you all are as individuals. So tell me who you are, what you play, how long you've been at it. I'm gonna start.
Paul Lancaster, I play guitar, backing vocals, been at it for 36 years.
Cool.
I'm Steve Paris. I play keyboards and vocals, and I've been at it, I think, since conception. Pretty much there at that point in time, yeah.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm Hutch, Tom Hutchinson, and I'm the singer. Most places I go, they think I'm the roadie, but they end up liking me when I sing, so that works out. I've been doing this for singing in bands for 30 years, and actually a friend of mine asked me to sing at his wedding, and that kind of got me into the fever of singing publicly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice. I'm John Constable. Play bass in this band. I've been playing probably since grade school. Multiple instruments. Backup vocals in this band.
Armin Mingy, I play drums, and I played since grade school as well. So it's been a while. I don't really know and think about how long.
All right, fair enough. That's So, how long have you five been together as a band?
Well, the four of us since the fall of 2015.
Okay.
Finding a good keyboard player has been a challenge, and we're truly blessed to have Steve with us. And so he came along in, what, a year and a half ago?
That's about right.
Yeah.
Nice. So, whose idea was it to start the band?
Once again,
All right. Well, why don't you
the
tell me
brains.
about that,
Johnny Depp over there.
I don't know, I just,
Mr. Johnny Depp?
I don't know, I get these wild hairs up. And,
Nice save.
and I just, music is a passion and a curse at the same time for me. And very few bands that I can listen to just for pure enjoyment. And the Beatles has always been one of them. And the older I've gotten and the more I've respected different genres of music, the more I just felt a passion to dissect everything and, get into it. And I really wanted to put a heavier twist to it, but I soon found out that there's a lot of things you really can't do. They're very unforgiving with things, and so we try to stay traditional as much as we can, but put our own flair to it.
Awesome. Well, that leads in perfectly to my next question. I wanted to ask you, why Beatles music? Why the music of John McCartney? And what makes you guys different? You touched on that a little bit, but I think you can go a little more in depth.
Again, it was a passion of mine. I've been at it long, around here, and the original thing, it's small fish in a big sea. And music is a passion again, and I just want to keep it interesting and fresh, but still do what I want to do. You know what I mean? And
From what I heard whenever I was listening to you guys do the sound check, yeah, obviously it's recognizable. It's a Beatles song. Everybody loves the Beatles. We know these songs. We grew up with them, but you do definitely put your own spin on it. It sounds very unique at the same time, and it's very fresh. So how do you guys make that come to life? What's your process?
It's kind of hard to not put your spin on something, I guess, because with your background, depending on whatever it is, and we're all pretty diverse, tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you're gonna play things the way you play things.
Right.
So even if you learn the notes and you learn the rhyme scheme and everything the way it's originally written, you still have that tendency to go with it the way you would play it.
But you all seem to
and it
mesh.
gels,
Yeah, you guys seem to mesh really beautifully. Like, I don't feel like anybody sticks out. It's definitely one unit. So it's really lovely that you can come together like that.
Honestly, he locks us in his house every Monday
Yeah, he doesn't
from
let
about
us
6-ish till about 10 or longer until we get it right.
I mean, that's how you have to do it, though, right?
right.
I mean,
That's exactly
rehearsal is it's important.
it's all intertwined at this point. We've all played in separate bands. We've played in other bands together, you know, mutual friends. I've seen Hutch play when I was 11 years old, you know, and
Which shocked me like
he
crazy.
was, he was at this benefit for a fellow musician, and their band, Enough Said, 91, 93.
Probably 94.
Ooh, I was 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyhow,
I just went to Disneyland
I
in
see
the
Hutch.
90s. So.
He's jumping around on tables with his hat backwards, singing Ballroom Blitz. You know,
So, I'm a vocal person. That's kind of my thing. And when I heard you singing, I was really blown away and impressed. You are a very high tenor. Very high tenor, and you are full voicing everything, and it's very frontal and forward and poppy. You don't have like this operatic spin on it. Are you trained?
I am not. I'm trained by my favorite singers,
Okay.
which would be like, first favorite singer was Mama Cass.
All right.
Then I moved into Todd Rundgren and Led Zeppelin, Patti LaBelle. I can do a pretty mean Lady Marmalade. You know. Real Lady Marmalade. So
We should do it.
Now jump up on the
we can
table.
work on that. I might be a little slower doing that now. But yeah, I've just always tried to mimic my favorite singers, and also I used to sing along with guitar leads and saxophone leads just to get the kind of soulful feel out of that too. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about, but I just find it so amazing that you're self-taught. I come from the opera world, so like I have so much stupid training. And honestly, at times, I find that it gets in the way when you want to sing mainstream music. So when I heard you, I had to ask if you were trained because it was very impressive.
Thank you.
A lot of control of the voice.
I appreciate you saying that.
You're welcome. So let's talk about these harmonies. You guys are laying down the harmonies, and there are harmonies parts all throughout these Beatles songs. And you guys are tight. You know them. It blends really nicely. How do you learn them?
Well, I'd like to say they did not start that way.
Wait, you gotta back up. Rule number 1, I don't sing.
And don't give Armin a mic.
All
It
right.
doesn't happen.
Okay.
Other than that, there's this magical device on the phone. It's YouTube.
YouTube.
And Paul found this guy across the pond. What was his name there? You Googled it.
Something like
Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue is his last name, but he's studied every intricate part of the Beatles' vocals, and gives you examples of what everybody's doing at all times during the songs. The guy's amazing, and we used him a lot to inspire us to get things right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they
you-
have to be in there, the vocals. You know, the
Oh, it
harmonies.
has to.
You
Absolutely.
can't pull some of the stuff off without it.
No. Have you guys gotten to the point, like, if you wanted to put together a new song, like, have you gotten to the point where you can just pick out the harmony parts?
Yeah, we
don't-
have a routine, a recipe, if you will,
Yeah.
and we, naturally all go home and listen to, the parts that we're supposed to be doing. So,
Well, you're low, I'm high. He's like the crowbar wherever he can fit, and then this one just sings the main.
yeah.
Oh, you sing the middle. The middle's the hardest part.
Sometimes,
Bless
really
you.
depends.
Sometimes the high.
Wherever
Sometimes
he's
low.
needed.
Wherever he's needed.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So you guys flip-flop a lot. Cool.
Well, he does. I'm usually low.
Okay, you two are the constant. Got
Yeah.
it. So before we got started, you told me you do 2 hours. You do a 2-hour set of Beatles, Paul McCartney music,
Right.
but you also throw in another set that's what, classic rock? What,
Yeah,
what,
if
what-
need-
Our
if need-
favorites, our personal favorites.
What are
Literally.
some of those?
Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Snowblind by Styx.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Into the Mystic, Van Morrison.
Yeah, Into the
That was
Mystic.
my
Yeah.
pick.
Deep Purple, Rainbow, for me.
Alright.
Yeah, but it's pretty much the thing. We have to come up with this last set to go play a bar. So what we were like, well, you pick 2 songs, you pick 2 songs, you pick 2 songs, you pick 2 songs. There's our set.
Okay, so that the last hour is kind of like, it's like whatever you guys are feeling that week type deal.
Yeah,
There you go.
pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I like it.
Then,
Cool.
like he was mentioning earlier, Christmas time we did a show.
Yes.
And
Tell me about the Christmas show.
There you go.
The Christmas show.
Well, you can come up with the arrangements for the
Yeah.
Christmas songs,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And
Yeah,
we
just
kind of
put our own
followed
spin
along.
on it and
Yeah.
just
What
make
we
them
did
our own.
with,
And
with the Grinch.
Yeah.
Then we
Yeah,
had one that
with
was
the
like
Grinch.
demonish. What did it start out with? It was
got Steve Mary
Bad
Jones,
Company
yeah.
along with Black Sabbath
Sabbath,
combined
yeah.
in there. It was insane.
Yeah.
So he just said that you arranged these pieces. Does that mean you sit down with a piece of paper and
No,
you're
it's-
scribbling? Like, how do
it's
you?
all in my head.
Then you just kind of tell them how to play it? Or
Yeah.
how do you go about that?
Like the curse again, I'm hearing music all the time. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's just, I know what it should sound like and this is what I want. And
And it goes from there.
yeah.
Cool. You're like a modern day composer there with that.
Yeah.
no
Well,
doubt.
Paul McCartney's the maestro at the time. I do believe he's a living genius. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. So, tell me about your upcoming shows. How can people come and see you, and how can they get their hands on your material, other than just hopping on YouTube or the Facebook page?
We have a website, thelonelypeople.com. And I mean that and Facebook and
Yeah.
YouTube are
The big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you guys have like actual CDs that you hand out to people? Is that
We do,
still a
we-
thing? Do we do that?
well,
Yes, for him.
I generally do a camcorder show of our shows.
Okay.
And then at our following show, I'll give out music CDs and DVDs. And I recently upgraded my hardware at home, so now I can make Blu-ray discs for people,
Man.
which is pretty fancy.
I like it. I like it. So, final question, and I can't believe I forgot to ask this earlier on. Where'd the name come from? Obviously, I know where it came from, but why did you choose that?
I just like to play on words, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it fit perfect. It's
Right.
part of the brand, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I like
it just popped in. We'll open up with Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah.
There it is.
Cool.
So
Nice and simple. I dig it.
And before we finish,
Yes.
I have a couple of gifts for you.
Okay.
At every show, we give out Beatles pins.
See, you keep coming up,
Yes.
you get a collection like that.
That's right.
I like it. Listen, I used to collect these. I have a bunch of these.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
And I always like asking a trivia question of some type.
Oh no, I'm really bad at this.
Well, I'm not going to ask you,
Okay,
but
thank you.
but
Don't embarrass me on camera.
but we're going to give you a sheet of John Lennon Forever stamps.
Cool.
very exciting.
Guys, thanks so much.
Stamps with it.
This is the first time I've gotten a gift. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much for coming out tonight.
Thank you
I'm
for
really
having me.
pumped to hear you guys. I want to hear more of your stuff. So let's get to it, yeah?
Sounds good?
All right.
Stick around.
Zoom. For well over 2 decades, it's been the area's most reliable internet service. And our wireless network keeps your whole home connected to the internet, no matter how many different devices you have. Call or visit us online and see the difference speed can make. The future is faster with Zoom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am the one-man multiverse DK Abel, along with the Rev Ron Hunt. We are the hosts of the Rise Report.
And listen, 2 is always better than 1 DK because you, the people, can see us every single night at 9 p.m., both on Channel 20 and Channel 100, exclusively on Armstrong.
All right, everyone, we are back. Huge welcome to all the lonely people.
I look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice from a church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing a face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? Father Mackenzie writing the words to a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near, look at him working, darning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? I look at all the lonely people. I look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came. Father Mackenzie wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saved. All the lonely people, where do they all belong? All the lonely people, where do they all
So may I introduce to you the acronym for all these years, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Yeah. With Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, we hope you will enjoy the show. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, sit back and let the evening go. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's wonderful to be here, it's certainly a thrill. You're such a lovely audience, we'd like to take you home with us, we'd love to take you home. I don't really want to start the show, but I hope you'd like to know that the singer's gonna sing a song, and I want y'all to sing along. So may I introduce to you the one and only Billy Shears, a Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Yeah. Billy Shears. Thank you all for coming out to Bar None tonight, and thank you Bar None for hosting this great event. All right, we got a Wings tune here for you. Something from back in the mid-'70s. One of my favorites from back then. And let's do this. Stuck inside these four walls, sent inside forever, never seeing no one nice again like you, mama. You, mama, you. If I ever get out of here, thought of giving it all away to a registered charity. All I need is a pint a day. If I ever get out of here, if we ever get out of here. Well, the rain exploded with a mighty crash as we fell into the sun. And the first one said to the second one there, I hope you're having fun. Band on the run, band on the run. And the jailer man and sailor Sam were searching everyone for the band on the run, band on the run, the band on the run, the band on the run. speaker drew a heavy sigh, seeing no one else had come. And a bell was ringing in the village square. Well, the rabbits on the run, band on the run, band on the run. And the jailer man and Sailor Sam was searching everyone for the band on the run, the band on the run. Yeah, the band on the run, the band on the run, the band on the run, the band on the run. Well, the night was falling as the desert world began to settle down. In the town they're searching for us everywhere, 'cause we never will be found. Band on the run, band on the run. And the county judge who held a grudge will search forevermore for the band on the run, the band on the run, the band on the run, band on the run. Paperback writer. Does it matter when you read my book? It took me years to write. Will you take a look? It's based on a novel by a man named Lear, and I need a job, but I wanna be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. It's a dirty story of a dirty man, and his clinging wife doesn't understand. His son is working for the Daily Mail. It's a steady job, but he wants to be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. Paperback writer. It's 1,000 pages, give or take a few. I'll be writing more in a week or two. I can make it longer if you like the style. I can change it round, but I wanna be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. If you really like it, you can have the rights. It can make $1 million for you overnight. If you must return it, you can send it here. But I need a break, and I wanna be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. Paperback writer. Paperback writer. Paperback writer. Paperback writer. Yeah, yeah. Paperback writer. Yeah. Thank you so much. Gonna catch a drink of water here. Oh, these spotlights are hot, aren't they? That's right. This is one of my personal favorites because it's got my favorite note to sing in here. Gonna hit you a little Dear Prudence. The sun is up, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, open up your eyes. Dear Prudence, see the sunny sky. The wind is low, the birds will sing, that you are part of everything, dear Prudence. Won't you open up your eyes? Look around, round, 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 round. Look around, round, 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 round. Look around. Dear Prudence, let me see you smile. Dear Prudence, like a little child. The clouds will be a daisy chain, so let me see you smile again, dear Prudence. Won't you let me see you smile? Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, greet the brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? Thank you. All right, we're gonna delve into the realm of action films here. We got any James Bond fans out there?
This is normally where he does the trivia he was talking about earlier.
That's right. Yes, for instance, this song is called Live and Let Die. Which movie is Live and Let Die from? Live and Let Die. That's why people always win. When you were young and your heart was an open book, you used to say, live and let live. You know you did, you know you did, you know you did. But if this ever-changing world in which we live in makes you give in and cry, say, live and let die. Die. Live and let die. Live and let die. does it matter to you? When you got a job to do, you gotta do it well. You got to give the other fella hell. You used to say, live and let live.
Now you did, you know you did, you know you did.
But if this ever-changing world in which we live in makes you give in and cry, say live and let die.
Live and let die.
Oh, live and let die. Today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. And though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh. I saw a photograph. Mind out in the car. He didn't notice that the lights had changed. A crowd of people stood and stared. They'd seen his face before. Nobody was really sure if he was from the House of Lords. I saw a film today, oh boy. The English army had just won the war. A crowd of people turned away, but I just had to look, having read the book. I'd love to turn across my head. I found my way downstairs and had a cup. Looking up, I noticed I was late. Found my coat, grabbed my hat. I made the busted second flat. Found my way upstairs and had a smoke. Somebody spoke and I went into a dream. yesterday, oh boy. 4,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire. And though the holes were rather small, they had to count them all. Now we know how many holes it takes to fill the Albert Hall. I'd love to turn you on.
All right, this next song is going to feature our founder and inspiration, Mr. Paul Lancaster. And I think you do a pretty mean drum part in this too, don't you? Okay. Well, we'll just start it and see what happens. How's that?
I look at you all, see the love there that's sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. I look at the floor and I see it needs sweeping, still my guitar gently weeps. Nobody told you how to unfold your love. I don't know how someone controlled you. They bought and sold you. I look at the world and I notice it's turning, while my guitar gently weeps. In every mistake there must surely be learning, still my guitar gently weeps. You were diverted, no one perverted too. I don't know how you were inverted, no one averted you. I look at you all, see the love there sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. I look at you all, still my guitar
gently weep.
Paul doing for you on guitar over there.
Awesome job, Paul. Once again, thanks for coming out tonight for this awesome event. We have a couple songs left. We're going to hit you with a really popular Paul McCartney tune here, and certainly one of everybody's favorites, I think. Yeah.
Maybe I'm amazed at the way you love me all the time. But maybe I'm afraid of the way I love you. Maybe I'm amazed at the way you pulled me out of time and hung me on a line. Maybe I'm amazed at the way I really need you. That he doesn't really understand. Maybe I'm in, maybe you're the only woman who could ever help me. Baby, won't you help me understand? Woo! the way you're with me all the time. Maybe I'm afraid of the way I leave you. Maybe I'm amazed at the way you help me sing my song and right me when I'm wrong. Maybe I'm amazed at the way I really need you. Maybe I'm amazed. Maybe I'm amazed. Maybe I'm amazed. Maybe I'm amazed. Maybe I'm amazed by you.
Thank you so much. And we're going to end the show tonight with a pretty famous Beatles medley.
Ashamed to say I did not know it was a medley until you said to do it.
Actually, I was really happy they agreed to do this because I just love the song. Steve, I thought you disappeared for a second.
I did. I reappeared.
That's that vanishing to death.
That's right.
Pay no attention to the name.
Once again, this is a great event. Music Talks with Chelsea Rittenauer. She's right out there in the audience watching us. And she's having a good time. As are everyone else here, so. He's patching away back there. You know how these keyboard players are. We got a little Golden Slumbers action for you here. Once there was a way to get back homeward. Once there was a way to get back home. Sleep, little darlings, do not cry. And I will sing a lullaby. Golden slumbers fill your eyes. Smiles await you when you rise. Sleep, little darlings, do not cry. And I will sing a lullaby. Once there was a way to get back homeward. Once there was a way
will sing a lullaby. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. I never give you my pillow. I only send you my invitations. And in the middle of a celebration, I break down. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. Oh yeah, alright. Are you gonna be in my dreams tonight? Mr. Armand Domingue on the drums. Love you, 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 love you. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Thank you. We were all the lonely people.
All right, everyone, that's a wrap for us. Huge thank you to all the lonely people. Thank you for kicking off our first episode here at Bar None. You guys are incredible. I loved it. Absolutely amazing. We will be back here next week with Black and Ground. Be sure to come on out, hang out with us. Music starts at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30. We'll see you there. Bye, everyone. Woo.